Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today from the Better Business Bureau here in Wisconsin is Tiffany Schultz. And today, Tiffany, we focus on how to help your employees set and meet objectives. And we take on we started this year. It's almost been 1 year of doing this now, of taking on a business piece and a consumer piece each month. So setting objectives in any setting, even personally, is a good thing. But as a business owner, you set goals for a lot of different things. Some people use the SMART goals. Some people use strategic planning. There's a whole bunch of different things. But it's good to have something to work towards.
And come to a new year, people set goals for themselves. And why wouldn't a business set goals for the new year too? So there's some things that we can help you think through as you set goals for both yourself and your employees. And when you set goals for them, you win as well.
All right, so we start with the Think Smart goals. That's in the SMART goals. Are really, if you're looking to start somewhere, I actually did this when I owned a business. We worked through this together, and it's kind of fun to do with your employees, but also for your own self on trying to set some realistic goals. So walk us through what are SMART goals.
Well, SMART stands for something. SMART, and each letter stands for something else. And the S is going to stand for
easy for you to say.
Be specific. So get the details down. What do you want accomplished?
I like it. On the measurable goals, setting measurable goals are super important, because you can't really be effective if you don't have a way to measure how you're being evaluated or how things are working.
You want them to be measurable, because that's really the only way to determine if they worked or not. When they're objective, it's your word against their word. Was this successful? Was it not? So put a measurable piece in those goals.
And make it achievable. You can't set it to like, wow, we're going to make $1 million this year. Maybe that's your normal, but whatever the case is, I mean, you want it to be challenging but realistic.
Unrealistic goals are the worst way to kill the mood. People don't want to work for somebody who sets a goal so unrealistic that you can work for it and you're never going to meet it. It's okay to have those realistic goals that you have to work towards every day, and then have a stretch goal with it. And if you meet that stretch goal, you've gone above and beyond. But make the goal realistic, something that the employee can work towards and be successful that they've made it, not that they came in 50% under goal.
That's super important. And the next one too is relevant. Be sure it's relevant, because again, management might be over here, employees might be over here, and well, what the heck is going on between these two entities?
If the goal isn't relevant to the employee's position or to the mission or the organization itself, why are you spending time doing it? So make sure that it's relevant to the employee's job and has a purpose within your organization.
Time-based goals. Oofda.
Timing is important too. Do you want to accomplish something on a monthly basis, a quarterly, biannual basis, or even a yearly basis? When is this goal due?
I like the example here. If you're trying to come up with an example, instead of you wanting to improve your sales in general, be specific. Like, make it 10% over the first quarter. Like, that sounds achievable, right?
That's a perfect goal. And how are you going to get to that goal? What are you going to use to get to that goal? Are you going to use leads to get to that goal? Are you going to go cold calling? What are you going to do to achieve that goal?
So let's talk about the benefits. You kind of already spelled a little bit of this out, but benefits of setting goals is really, I like this, creating an understanding of the things that you need to get done.
Right. Why are we going to work? What is our purpose for going to work? Are we moving the organization forward? Are we staying stagnant? What is the purpose of my role? And if there is no purpose of the role, why do you have this position inside your company?
I always think it's nice to have something to go towards too, right? Like something every day, if you're coming in and doing the same thing over and over again, and if you don't know, like, we're really trying to get to here, it's really hard to get motivated some days, I think, from both sides.
Right. And how are we going to get there? Is it close in the distance, or is it so far off in the distance that we're not going to get there? So really look at the benefit of the goal and how the employer is going to benefit as much as the employee. And when you've given the employee this role to go ahead and fulfill the goal, it makes them feel a purpose too.
and make sure you revisit it. We make a lot of plans and a lot of ideas and everything, and sometimes we just don't ever go back and look at it again to see, like, are we actually doing this?
And that's a good piece to evaluate at the halfway mark, too. If it's something that you want to achieve on an annual basis, look at it 6 months in. Did something happen? Did something fall apart that we weren't going to make this goal? Or are we so far on track to make this goal that we're going to exceed it that we can bump up to our stretch goal?
It really is, because you could be failing or you could be not meeting the objective, whatever you want to say for buzzword. But that doesn't mean you can't change that outcome or start again. Make the goal and redo it and try to figure out what's a better strategy to get there.
And not making the goal may be completely out of the employee's hands, too. They may not be able to do anything about it, and it's not fair to penalize them for that goal that they can't make in the first place.
If you want to learn more about SMART goals or just in general as a business owner, BBB's got a great resource to help you out with those things.
Great resources for businesses and consumers, bbb.org.
Yeah, you could make SMART goals as a consumer, too, just saying.
Oh, in your personal life.
Yeah.
Make those SMART goals. And come the new year, we're approaching the new year, whether it's, getting into a better financial position or losing weight or going to the gym more, there's certainly ways to make goals around SMART goals.
All right. Well, here's to a better you out there, everyone, right? Appreciate your time, as always, Tiffany.
Thanks for having me.